If you're an advisor out there and you're interested in securing the best guaranteed income for your clients during retirement planning, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm Randy Pierson, Vice President of Life and Annuities and Board Marketing, and with me today I've got Tim Luby, our RVP on the annuity side, and we're going to discuss just that. Stay tuned. All right, Tim. Really hot topic right now, retirement planning. And for those approaching retirement, I think most advisors that are watching this video would agree that the biggest subject matter is, what's my number, right? How much income do I need to live the standard of living that I and my spouse want to have? And most of those consumers would like to have that on a guaranteed basis. So, critical issue, how do we address that in our space, in the annuity space?
Right. Through analysis, primarily as an industry, we've done very well at helping people accumulate money for retirement. There's been a lot of industry that's helped people do that. Mm-hmm. The conversion of those retirement assets from accumulation to income is really kind of a challenge. And that's really where clients need help. Our agents, our advisors are very well positioned to help them. And we do that primarily by using the tools that we have to identify the highest guaranteed income options for their client that are appropriate for them from a tax standpoint and so on.
Okay, so when I think guaranteed, certainly in this conversation, guaranteed income, I'm thinking that it's about mitigating risks. So what kind of risks are we mitigating? What kind of risks are we addressing in the analysis and meeting the client's needs?
Right. A number of risks. Inflation risk, market risk, and many of the solutions that we offer that don't have downside market risk. But probably most importantly, one of the biggest ones is longevity risk. And annuities are one of the only things that you can buy that will guarantee an income for as long as someone lives, or as long as one of two, a couple lives. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty unique. The number one concern of clients is that, they're going to run out of income before they run out of breath.
Yeah. So what are some of the better or best solutions that you're seeing out there in the work you're doing with advisors and for their clients?
Right. At the top of the guaranteed income solutions would be immediate annuities and annuitization. They've been around the longest. But what we've gotten tremendous traction in the industry with recently has been income riders, guaranteed income riders and performance-driven income riders, typically on a fixed indexed annuity.
Okay. All right. So can you expand on what are there certain advantages, product features that might entice a consumer to work with one of our agents in the annuity space versus, for example, going out and talking to somebody at A.G. Edwards or some other brokerage?
Probably the biggest difference would be the guarantees. The most compelling reason to work with one of our agents in fixed, non-registered options is the fact that there's no downside market risk. And the assets under management individual can do a fantastic job. They've got programs that have been in place for ages that can help provide an income, but not a risk-free income. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably one of the biggest advantages that our advisors would have in terms of competing in the world of, retirement advice that people can provide.
What about other bells and whistles, though? I mean, one of the things that I'm always amazed at is our ability within the insurance industry, or the carrier's ability, I would say, to come up with products that have a lot of bells and whistles and sizzle. What are some of those sizzle features that advisors can help entice their clients to take action?
Really a couple, but I guess one big sizzle factor for the income rider options is the fact that clients still have access to their money.
Okay, liquidity.
With the annuitization, you give up the asset. You get an income that can be guaranteed as long as you live, but the asset's not yours anymore. With an income rider, the asset is still yours for as long as it lasts. Mm-hmm. So that's one. As far as other benefits that can really make a difference, one is we talked about liquidity, but the other one is enhanced liquidity in the event that they need long-term care or some other, so living benefits while they're alive. It's not uncommon for an income rider to offer double the income for a period of 5 years or longer in some cases, if someone gets confined or even if they're just missing 2 of their 6 ADLs. So there's a number of living benefits now that a lot of income solutions can provide in addition to a guaranteed income that can't be outlived.
Yeah, so an enhancement feature in that type of event I can see would be very advantageous to the consumer. Let's talk. We're running out of time here, but let's talk for just a moment about process. You know, if an advisor, if an agent is out there watching this video, and maybe they're not in the annuity space, or they've dabbled in it, but they don't feel comfortable, or that they're really addressing their clients to the degree that they could, how can they work with us? What are the first steps, and what do we really do for them in that process?
Right. Well, they call us and, describe what they have. They've got a guy, they've got a client, and, what do they have and what are their objectives for that? And we have tools that we can help arm them with the very highest guaranteed income options for their client or clients specifically, for how much they have, how old they are, and when they plan to turn the income on. And that's really great because it's fantastic for them to know that we've got access to everything in the market, and for them to be able to demonstrate to their client that they've really scoured the market and they've got the highest guaranteed income options available for them. You don't always have to take the highest, but generally the highest income wins. If the ratings are the same for the carriers and all those kinds of things, highest income wins. But knowing what those highest incomes are is very important as part of the process.
Yeah, and I would agree. Certainly the analysis, the evaluation of the market, making the proper suggestions to the advisor, to the agent that they can then in turn make to their client, incredibly valuable. But one of the things that I would certainly like to praise you and the rest of the Life and Annuity team. And by the way, we have a number of marketers that are standing by to assist agents in performing that analysis. But it's the mentoring and the coaching and the tutoring training that we provide. So for, once again, those agents out there that have dabbled in annuities or haven't done annuities at all, and even, by the way, for those experienced producers who have done significant amounts of annuities, we can bring a lot to the table with regards to, once again, training, mentoring, coaching them through the sales process, and understanding what it takes to effectively place their clients in those types of products. But unfortunately with that, we have to call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. Hey, listen, I would ask you to do me a personal favor. If you would, please click subscribe and the notification bell below so that every time we come out with new content, you'll be sure to be notified. But with that, on behalf of Tim Luby and myself, we'd like to say happy selling.